Hi, I'm Duduzi Vilagazi working for Weartech. Today I'm gonna demonstrate for you on how to use the equipment on SprayJet 87. So in my SprayJet 87, I'm gonna show you how to set your settings on the oxygen side, acetylene side, and your air pressure. Okay, I'm gonna start here. Here you need to have 600 liters per minute. You need to, on your airflow, you need to have 600 liters per minute. Everything is marked on your settings for your 600 liters per minute. And then on the oxygen side, you need to have 90 liters per minute. The scale is already preset for you. And then on the acetylene side, you need to have 18 liters per minute. The scale is already set for you. And now when you're coming to your regulators, you need to have your acetylene is going to be on 100 psi, and then your oxygen is going to be on 200 psi. Our spraying material today is going to be zinc wire, 3.2 millimeter. So what you must just be careful of is when you spraying with your zinc wire, we know all of us that at the end of the day, if your operators are not using the respirators or the room temperature, the air system is not circulating properly, your air ventilation is not sufficient, you might end up getting zinc flu and stuff like that. So you need to have a proper ventilated area if you're working on the room temperature environment. On the outside environment, because the air is moving freely here, it's not going to be a problem to do this demonstration for you guys. So you need to have a proper personal safety equipment. You need to wear your glasses, your gloves, your long coveralls. As the video is proceeding, we'll get to that point whereby you will see myself wearing all my PPE. Thank you. On my hand here, I have a SprayJet 87. So I'll just give you a rough sketch on what is this gun entitled. You've got your turbine here. You just run your speed for your wire in and your wire out. And then in the front here, you've got your air cap. And then your air cap needs to be cleaned regularly each and every shift that ends. And then you've got your valve core where you light your gun, switch it on and switch it off. And then you've got your gas mixture at the bottom of your gun. You've got your acetylene, you've got your oxygen, you've got your air line. So that you're gonna just see when we just about to dry run our system, and then for our workpiece. And then you need the compressor that is gonna be 45 CFM to run this system. And after you've got your compressor correct settings on the 45 CFM, and then you will quickly go back and check your airflow meter, that if your airflow meter is giving the exact reading, it's supposed to give you 600 liters per minute. Here with me, I've got the casing that comes when you buy our system. In the casing, you find your manuals for your airflow meter, and then you find your manual for your gas flow meter, and then you find your manual for your SprayJet 87. All these manuals goes together. You need to keep these manuals for future reference. Should you maybe forget something, you always have something to refer on. And in my case, you've got your attachment for if you're gonna work on the lathing machine. You need to put this and install your gun on the lathing machine. And then you've got your valve loop. Your valve loop, where each and every O-rings that you put in this gun, you need to have your valve loop to just put on your O-rings. And then you've got your gear loop that comes with the case. Your gear loop, you need to oil your gun each and every second week or third week. You need to put your gear loop. And then you've got your tool kit. In your tool kit, you've got your screwdrivers, your side cutters, your lighters. This comes with the buying of the SprayJet 87. You get your startup hardware. Your startup hardware, you get your nozzle, you've got your air cap, you've got your You've got your O-ring set for the system, just to get started with your system. Okay, now we are on the stage whereby we must do our gas leak tester. So this is our gas leak tester. So we're gonna check from the bottles and then check our hose connections on the flow meter. So now I'm checking if there's any leak test. There's no leaks. 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 Leaks. You need to tighten that. Then it's fine. It's just our air. The leaks. So you check in the front of your gun if there's any leaks. There's no leaks. Okay. So now after you've done your leak test, you need now to see if your settings are correct in your gun. So how do you see if your settings are correct? First, by opening your cylinders, and then you light your gun on the first stage. You check if your acetylene and oxygen flow meter is on 40 liters per minute and 5 liters per minute on your acetylene. And then from there you push it on the second stage, and then on the second stage you find it on your 90 liters per minute and 18 liters per minute. So if it's like this, and then which means we are in a stage whereby we can switch on our gun. You check your air pressure as well. Your air pressure is on 600 liters per minute, which means we're ready now to light our gun. But now, first of all, before you light your gun, what is very, very important is your wire. You can't light your gun without putting your wire on. So how do you feed your wire? Now I'm gonna show you how to feed your wire in the spray jet 87. So we're gonna go through slowly. I'm gonna show you how to feed it without lightening it, and then afterwards I'm gonna show you how to feed your wire and run the gun. So now I'm gonna take my wire. Here's my wire. Then you push, there's a snapper at the back. You push your snapper forward, it locks itself, and then you just feed your wire. You feed your wire right through. Here's my wire is fed through, and then you put it in just in the tip of the nozzle, and then you push your sniper back, and then from there, that's how you feed your wire. If you want to take your wire out, you push your snapper forward, and then you pull your wire out. It's nice and easy. You feed your wire, you put it back just in the tip of the nozzle. You push your sniper back, and then your wire is tight now. You can't pull it out. So now when you want to take your wire out, you push your sniper forward, and then you pull your wire out. Okay, now I'm gonna show you. You feed your wire. My wire is fed through, is in the tip of the nozzle, and then you lock it at the back, and then now it's tight. No, you can't pull your wire. The wire doesn't have any much play on the inside part. And then I'm gonna show you on your lever now. If you light your gun and then you put it on your first stage, this is your first stage. You can hear with the first click, that's your first stage. And then after you light your gun, you push it all the way back. Once you push it all the way back, then you should be fine now. You should be running your gun according to the specification. So now I'm gonna switch off my gun and pull my wire back. After I've done that, we're gonna go through the stages of opening the gases now. I'm opening my acetylene, opening my oxygen. Not much on your bottles, just two nabs, and then I'm gonna open my air. Okay, we've done all that. Now I'm gonna just quickly wear my PPE. Okay. What I need to do myself, I need to wear my PPE. So I'm gonna put my mask on. Put my mask on. Put my jacket on. noise, put my earmuffs, put my glasses on. Okay, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna be spraying on this workpiece in front of me here. I'm just gonna show you the movement of how to spray your zinc going up and down or back and forth. Okay, now I'm gonna switch on the gun and fire it up and start doing my test piece. Firing it up, check my settings. My settings is okay. Right. Your distance of the gun and the workpiece, it's not supposed to be too close to the surface. It's supposed to be 150 to 200 your spray distance. So by keeping the same spray distance, you can spray with a vertical or horizontal, it doesn't matter. As long as you keep your spray distance on the surface, same spray distance all the way, you will get your zinc correct, and then you can take your alcometer or your gauge meter and just check your thickness if your thickness is the one that you want according to your specification. So today we have shown you guys on how to work on your spray jet 87. What we've done is we show you the settings. After we showed you the settings, we told you about the safety precautions. After we told you about the safety precautions, we do the spray piece sample. We've done a spray piece sample and it's ready, and you can see our coating looks very nice and smooth. So what we're gonna do now, we can pack up, but before we pack up, we must just show you what hardware, how to change the hardware inside the gun. So you've got your cap and your nozzle. You've got your air cap, and then you've got your nozzle. Okay, my wire is still inside. Gonna hold my wire. Okay, here you've got your siphon plug and your nozzle and your air cap. These are the hardware that you need to have most of the time, because let me just take this out. Okay. You've got your nozzle, you've got your siphon plug, you've got your air cap. So these are the hardware that you need to have in your case all the time. just in case of emergency, if maybe your siphon plug break down and your air cap build up or the hole is too big, and then you need to clean your nozzle. We've got the nozzle cleaner inside the casing. We've got the nozzle cleaner. The nozzle cleaner. You just clean all these holes in your nozzle. Clean all your holes, and even at the back there, there's holes. Your siphon plug, you clean it nicely, and then you open your gun. You open your carrier. You check your carrier if the teeth is still alright. Even inside the gun, you check all that. That's part of your troubleshooting. You check your turbine if it's. What I'm going to show you is how to put in your O-rings and how to check your O-rings in the nozzle if it's fine. First of all, you check all your O-rings that they are not perished. There's no marks, there's no cracks on them. If there's marks on them or cracks off them, you replace them by using your valve loop. You take your valve loop. Your valve loop is that white lubricant inside your casing. You take your white lubricant inside your casing, that's a valve loop. Then you put it on your O-rings while you're putting them back into your siphon plugs. And then when you finish putting on the siphon plug, you check on your nozzle as well. There's 2 O-rings. You check if there's any marks or cracks on your nozzle. Then you use your valve loop for your nozzle. And then why you must do that, and if you put back your nozzle into your valve core, you make sure it sits properly into your nozzle, because should it leave any gap inside your siphon plug, that's where you're gonna start picking up problems of the gun backfiring. You put your nozzle nut back, you make sure it's nice and tight, and then when it's tight like that, then that's where you can put it back into your gun. And then putting it back into your gun, you make sure everything is tight and it sits properly. Your nozzle and your siphon plugs, they seal properly together, both of them. Your nozzle nut, you put your nozzle nut, and then you put back your cap. You check your cap if the hole is not too big. If your hole is too big, and then you might pick up problems. You might have then oval flame, or then not a nice blue straight flame. And then you put back your nozzle. After you put back your nozzle, you put back your cap. And then that gun should not give you problems in terms of the gun backfire. It's assembled. Then my gun should be alright and be ready for use. I think our demonstration for today finished here. I hope you guys enjoyed the demonstration. And on site there, please guys, make sure that you work safe at all times. Should you have any problems, don't hesitate to contact Weartech, because of all our equipment is guaranteed and all our equipment is warranted. We will have our phone numbers at the bottom of the video there, and you can go to our website at any time. You can go to our website and you check on all the equipment that we selling to our customers. All our equipment works good at all times. We have our technicians at all times. You can call and our technicians will come out on site and help you guys if they can't help you over the phone. Thank you very much. My name, as I said before, is Mduduzi Vilagazi. I cannot do this video by myself. Weartech is behind the scene on this video, and thank you, Johan Force, to help me out on making this video a success.